Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this afternoon's retirement ceremony honoring Master Sergeant Ray T. Northcutt III. Today, the men and women of the 509th Bombing pay special tribute to Sergeant Northcutt upon his retirement from the United States Air Force after 20 years of active duty service. I am Senior Master Sergeant John Betancourt, and assisting me today is Technical Sergeant Kristen Horwith. It's our honor and pleasure to be your narrator and proffer this afternoon. I respectfully ask that you silence all cell phones, pagers if you have them, and electronic devices at this time. We would like to extend a very warm welcome to Sergeant Northcutt's family. His wife, Heather, back here his daughter, Ava, his mother, Donna Middleton, his sister, Zara Zimmerman, and his very close friends, Tom and Brandy Nichols. We would also like to welcome guests from across the base. Also, please welcome the 509th Maintenance Squadron Superintendent, Chief Master Sergeant Ricky Clark. And of course, we are very happy to welcome the members of the 509th Maintenance Squadron being here today. Today we celebrate Sergeant Northcutt's 20 years of dedicated and honorable service to the United States Air Force. The retirement ceremony is one of the oldest traditions in our military, as each member should leave with a tangible expression of appreciation for their contributions to the Air Force and its global mission. They also should depart with the assurance they will continue to be part of our Air Force family long after they retire. Second Lieutenant Daniel S. Moon, Assistant Officer in Charge, 393rd Aircraft Maintenance Unit, will officiate today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps Triad Flag Detail, the singing of the National Anthem by Technical Sergeant Eric Roosevelt, and the invocation by Cadet Captain Dawson Nakananti.
Colors, let's aim. Eric.
Colors.
Eric. Colors. Forward. Mark. Colors. Colors. Mark. Reason. Colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch, where so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
everybody could please bow your heads with me as I deliver the invocation. Eternal Father, it is with thankful hearts that we lift our prayers to you on a day of celebration, memories, and a new beginning. We thank you for the life, skill, and dedication of Master Sergeant Ray Thomas Northcutt III. We also thank you for the countless sacrifices of his family in allowing him to serve this great country at home and abroad. We ask your blessing, merciful Lord, upon this beloved family as they start anew. Be with them in their move. Give them comfort in the difficulty of leaving what they know. Bless them with new friends whom they can share the joys of life. Make their memories fond and sweet of all they accomplished and all the people they knew. In your holy name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Flag Detail, Sergeant Roosevelt, for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem, and Cadet Captain McKenzie for your inspiring invocation. Ladies and gentlemen, and Sergeant Northcutt, please be seated. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the presiding official for today's ceremony, Second Lieutenant Daniel Moon. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Sergeant Court. Thanks for everybody for showing up. Thanks, Heather. Ava, you're back there somewhere. Somewhere, mom, sister, friends. Hey, thanks for everybody showing up today. Sergeant Northcutt made me swear I wouldn't give a speech up here today, so I won't. I just want to say thank you, man, for your 20 years of service. The country owes you a big debt. I appreciate everything you've done, man. So good luck going forward as your instructor position up at Independence. I know you'll do great things. Thanks, man.
Good. Thank you, Lieutenant Moon. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the Meritorious Service Medal and the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal, and remain standing as Master Sergeant Northcutt prepares to be retired. Attention to orders. To all who shall see these presents greeting. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 16 January 1969, has awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, 1st Oak Leaf Cluster, to Master Sergeant Ray T. Northcutt III for meritorious service 12 December 2009 to 31 March 2019. Master Sergeant Ray T. Northcutt III distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States while assigned to the 509th Maintenance Squadron, 509th Maintenance Group, 509th Bomb Wing, Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. During this period, Sergeant Northcutt performed exceptionally in various positions within 3 units across the wing. His leadership and keen technical expertise fortified the $44.8 billion B-2 Spirit and T-38 Talon fleets, and was critical to a combined 16,400 sorties and 40,743 flying hours. As a dedicated crew chief for the Spirit of Alaska, Sergeant Northcutt rallied his team to launch 3 B-2s for Operation Odyssey Dawn. Their precise execution was vital to 44 bombs on target, the eradication of a key airfield, and the protection of the Libyan civilian population. Additionally, Sergeant Northcutt led 179 aviation investigations as a non-commissioned officer in charge of the Wing's Flight Safety Office. His incorporation of lessons learned were critical to 0 Class A mishaps on the Department of Defense's busiest single runway. Lastly, in Sergeant Northcutt's final role as the Maintenance Squadron's Unit Deployment Manager, he primed 166 airmen for 5 exercises, 4 deployments, and 3 overseas contingency operations. His guidance and mentorship postured the Bomb Wing for its 2017 United States Strategic Command Omaha Trophy selection. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Sergeant Northcutt culminate a distinguished career in the service of his country and reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Attention to orders. To all who shall see these presents, greeting. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 9 January 1993, has awarded the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal to Master Sergeant Ray T. Northcutt III for outstanding volunteer community service of a sustained, direct, and consequential nature from 1 February 2018 to 31 October 2018. During this period, Master Sergeant Ray T. Northcutt III served as an assistant instructor for the Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps for Lamont, Warrensburg, and Knob Noster, Missouri. Sergeant Northcutt devoted over 500 hours to the Raider team consisting of 30 cadets by leading practices, team building activities, team meetings, and fundraising events. Additionally, Sergeant Northcutt was asked to perform duties during the Baton Death March Memorial 15-mile ruck. Throughout the weekend, he provided trail guidance, medical attention, and for 35 cadets, ensuring a successful event for the program. Sergeant Northcutt went on to perform instructor duties for the Missouri and Kansas Leadership Camp at Camp Clark, Nevada. He instructed 240 cadets from 12 schools on how to set up a deployed living environment using a variety of military-style tents. Additionally, he spent many hours providing medical attention to the cadets ranging from tick removal and sunburns to blisters and miscellaneous wounds. Finally, Sergeant Northcutt became a central collection point for uniform items, garnering close to $15,000 worth of donations to give to the program and its cadets. Sergeant Northcutt will now receive the retirement order.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, Special Order AC 003075, dated 3 December 2018. Master Sergeant Ray T. Northcutt III, effective 31 March 2019, you are relieved from active duty. 509th Bomb Wing, Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. Retired effective 1 April 2019, and the grade of Master Sergeant after completing 20 years, 5 months and 17 days of distinguished service to the United States Air Force. Proceed to home selection by order of the Secretary of the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Master Sergeant Northcutt has received numerous letters and certificates affirming a stellar service to the nation. I'd like to formally present a couple to them at this time. Every individual retired from active duty is presented with a special certificate of retirement to commemorate their active duty career, and it reads as follows. Certificate of Retirement for the Armed Forces of the United States of America. To all who shall see these presents, greeting. This is to certify that Master Sergeant Ray T. Northcutt III, having served faithfully and honorably, is retired from the United States Air Force on the first day of April 2019. Signed, David L. Goldfein, Chief of Staff, United States Air Force, and John J. Nichols, Brigadier General, United States Air Force, Commander, 509th Bomb. Lieutenant Moon will present a certificate from the President of the United States. The Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force has prepared a certificate of appreciation for Master Sergeant Northcutt, which Lieutenant Moon will now present. Next, Lieutenant Moon will present a congratulatory letter from the 509th Bomb Wing Commander, Brigadier General John J. Nichols. All right, Warren. You got them all, sir? Trying to read them? Like we got one. All right. This afternoon's retirement ceremony is truly a milestone for Sergeant Northcutt, as he served with dignity and distinction for 20 years. The retired Air Force lapel pin symbolizes Sergeant Northcutt's transition from active duty to retired status. At this time, Mrs. Heather Northcutt, please come forward and fasten the retirement pin, now bleeding, to her husband's lapel pin. The man on stage to receive the certificates of appreciation. Practice that. Don't worry, Reverend. Today's ceremony would certainly be remiss if we did not recognize and pay tribute to the significant contributions and sacrifices made by military spouses. The United States Air Force would like to present Mrs. Northcutt with a certificate of appreciation that recognizes the steadfast support she has given her husband in his Air Force career. It reads as follows. Certificate of Appreciation from the United States Air Force. In grateful appreciation, the United States Air Force presents a certificate of recognition to Mrs. Heather Northcutt for the commitment and numerous contributions that made positive impact to the nation's defense. Thank you for your support, which gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service. Signed, David L. Goldfein, Chief of Staff, United States Air Force, and John J. Nichols, Brigadier General, United States Air Force, Commander, 509th Bomb. Mrs. Northcutt will now receive a letter from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Next, Lieutenant Moon will present a letter from the 509th Bomb Wing Commander, Brigadier General John J. Nichols. Mr. Northcutt. All right, thank you, Mrs. Northcutt. Lieutenant Moon, you may take your seats. Don't go anywhere, right? There you go. Stay with us. All right, Sergeant Northcutt, we got some gifts for you. First of all, can Technical Sergeant Pierce please come up forward? And we have a gift for you from the Commander's Support Staff. You dropped another cheek. Is there like beer involved in that or something? No, like dropping no, you gotta buy it around.
So, on behalf of the 509 MSgt Commander Support Staff, we got a small token of our appreciation for you. I knew you were a man that liked to relax with an occasional drink, so I got you a decanter or something nice to hold that in. It's got the squadron patch on the front, got it engraved on the back here. It reads, MSgt Ray T, Northcutt III, 509 MSS Unit Deployment Manager, 1 July 2016, 1 April 2019. Congratulations on your retirement from the U.S. Air Force after 20 years of service. Your leadership, camaraderie will be truly missed. This place won't be the same without you. From all of us at the Commander Support Staff, thank you for all your mentorship, stories, laughter, and memories. Good luck in your next chapter of your life. Take care and Godspeed. I miss you, brother. One more thing, I got thinking a little bit further. I was like, you know what? It's not going to look right sitting on the shelf. So I got you a little top shelf.
I'll hold on to that, homie.
Enjoy.
There's going to be in the back after he gets done with all this, watching to see, make sure. Thank you, Sergeant Pierce. I'd like to invite Captain Dustin Bagwell and Lieutenant Chris Schomburg forward to have a gift on behalf of the maintenance flight.
All right, man. You were in maintenance life for a while, so you understand what the bearing clock is, but I'd like to explain a little bit more for your family that showed up, specifically your wife and your daughter. So the bearing clock, it's got the B2 bearing in it, straight out of the wheel that we have. We've got it engraved specifically for him, ma'am. But really what this is, it's about, it's got two meanings to it. The first being the time that you guys have sacrificed, that you've sacrificed, but mostly what your family sacrificed putting up with you. But really being part of the Air Force, so time passed, but as we all know, clocks continue to move forward, so there's a next chapter in your life, and hopefully this clock can guide you day by day and give you the next hour, the next minute, whatever you guys choose to do with your lives. It sounds like you've got a pretty good plan set forward for you, man. So as you put this on your desk, remember the time that you spent as a crew chief in the Air Force, and specifically with our flight. All right, congratulations, brother. Appreciate it. Absolutely.
Thank you, Captain Bagwell and Lieutenant Schomburg. Next, we'd like to invite Chief Master Sergeant Clark forward to present it. Sergeant Northcutt with a gift on behalf of the squad.
I'm kind of picking up a theme here. We're going to get out on the golf course and go on the 15 minutes. Captain Bagwell had a little bit to say about you because it's like I don't want to be remiss and not be able to take a few minutes to give a few comments, okay? Because most of y'all don't know, Ray and I go way back, about 3 weeks ago, right? That's when I met him. I took over the squadron about 4 weeks ago and started getting emails from Master Northcutt. Yeah, we got people leaving the squadron trying to get their equipment, and finally I had to go, Ray, man, you gotta come over and see me. I haven't met you. You're doing a lot of great work for us. What's going on? And then I found out he's retired. I was like, shoot, I got this high-speed mass sergeant doing great things, and once we kind of got that little bit of work out of the way, it's like, so what are you gonna do? And then he told me all about the junior ROTC going to the Lead Summit. And it's like, that's when I saw his eyes brighten up. He's like, this is what I've been called to do, Chief. I could tell you're very passionate about it. It's great to have your whole contingent out here for the most part, right? It's a great crew.
Most of the Raiders there.
Okay, thanks for coming out. You guys did a great job. Just like I said, the small thing here from the squadron, commemorating your 20-plus years of service. Appreciate everything you've done. You've done it the right way. You've done it on your own terms here. Obviously, today we're going to get out of here real quick. Appreciate taking the time to mentor the next generations of the Air Force. And I know it's going to be a little bit of drive. It's going to be somewhat west from here, but you guys are going to eventually transfer over, right? Move and have a really quick commute. For all the extra hours you're going to be putting in, you need to be as close to home as possible, correct?
Yeah.
So, Ray, put up for you here. This is something small from MSgt Ray, the rest of the squadron, from the men and women of the 519 Maintenance Squadron.
Thank you, Chief Clark. It's customary to present retiring members with a gift that represents their career in the Air Force. Mrs. Northcutt will now present Sergeant Northcutt with his shadow box, embodying his journey and achievements over the last 20 years. Now you'll notice that the flag is missing, because in just a moment the flag that has accompanied Sergeant Northcutt for the past 20 years will be folded ceremoniously and presented to him. It will later be encased in the shadow box.
My husband's had a pretty extraordinary career, and I tried to keep all this secret from him, but I found a slew of things that could have gone in this box, and he did help me pick out some of them from his previous duty stations.
Thank you, Mrs. Northcutt. Trey finally gets to sit. We will conclude the official portion of today's ceremony with the folding of the American flag, the Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps Triad Flag Detail.
Eat, and swallow. All right.
For more than 200 years, the American flag has been the symbol of our nation's unity, as well as a source of pride and inspiration for millions of citizens. Born on June 14, 1777, the Second Continental Congress determined the flag be 13 stripes, alternating between 7 red and 6 white, and that the Union be 13 stars, white, with the blue field representing a new constellation. Between 1777 and 1960, the shape and design of the flag evolved into the flag presented before you today. The 13 horizontal stripes represent the original 13 colonies, while the stars represent the 50 states of the Union. The colors of the flag are symbolic as well. Red symbolizes hardiness and valor. White signifies purity and innocence. And blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Traditionally a symbol of liberty, the American flag has carried a message of freedom and inspired Americans both home and abroad. In 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing the Stars and Stripes waving after the British shelling of Baltimore's Fort McHenry that he wrote the words to the Star-Spangled Banner. In 1892, the flag inspired Francis Bellamy to write the Pledge of Allegiance, our most famous flag salute and patriotic oath. In July 1969, the American flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted it on the surface of the moon. Today, our flag flies on constellations of Air Force satellites that circle our globe, and on the thin flash of our aircraft in harm's way in every corner of the world. Indeed, it flies in the heart of every American who serves our great nation. The sun never sets on our U.S. Air Force, nor on the flag we so proudly cherish. Since 1776, no generation of Americans has been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Today's airmen remain committed to preserving the freedom that others won for us for generations to come. By displaying the flag and giving it a distinctive fold, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who fought and continue to fight for freedom at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, airmen have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict on land and in skies around the world. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve the rights, privileges, and freedoms that we, as Americans, enjoy today. The United States flag represents who we are. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. We cherish this legacy as a beacon of hope to one and all. Long may it wave. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Air Force is proud of Sergeant Northcutt. As one of our nation's leaders, we wish him every success in future endeavors. Sergeant Northcutt has spent 20 years of his life serving his country under the shadow of its flag. As we retire Sergeant Northcutt, we do so in the witness of our flag. And now, his daughter, Ava Stone, will present our nation's flag to Master Sergeant Northcutt. Thank you, Flag Detail. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my privilege to present to you Master Sergeant Ray Northcutt III, United States Air Force, retired.
Starting out, I want to first off thank my wife for being there so often. And not many people get a chance to spend their honeymoon in Afghanistan, but we did. If you get a chance to ever start your life off together in a small 9x9 room, just hard pass on that. And it's not the time to learn, like, I don't like where you put your shoes. So, but it was interesting and we had fun. To my mom, thank you for being here, for making the drive. She actually my niece just joined the Navy a couple of days ago, was sworn in, and now her son is retiring out, so I guess the legacy does live on. And to my daughter, who honestly, without you, none of this would have happened. Because she joined ROTC, and I was not going to be a helicopter parent. And I asked to go to one of her practices just to kind of see, and the rest is kind of history. Sergeant Johnson has been a huge, huge mentor to me, allowing me to help out and spend time with all these great cadets. I mean, I'm so heartbroken that you guys are here and that I have to leave you, and I feel terrible, but I have nothing but love for all of you, and I know under Sergeant Johnson's leadership you guys are going to achieve great things in life, without a doubt, all of you. And with that, everyone else, I did promise you a early weekend, so I want to say thank you for coming out. Hope everybody has a good time and a good, safe weekend. Thanks again.
and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Please remain standing for the departure of the official party and the singing of the Air Force song. Can we get started, sir?
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, soon to meet our thunder. Atta boys, give her the gun, give her the gun. Down the eyes, spouting our flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in flame, and we're down in flame. Hey, nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force.
On behalf of Sergeant Northcutt and his family, we'd like to thank you all for coming today. You're invited to congratulate and wish them fun, farewell, and good luck as they get ready to move on to the next chapter. Please join them for some refreshments in the back. And again, thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend.